My name is Gabriel Kramer. I live in Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised in a suburb called Medina, Ohio, and I'm a reporter for the local NPR station. The company's called Ideastream Public Media, and our call letters are WKSU. I mean, I remember being in high school and trying to think, okay, what is the right career path for me? I think Asian Americans maybe feel like they're nudged towards certain fields sometimes, and I'm really lucky that my mom was willing to let me explore some things and explore my passions, even if that meant being a creative, which sometimes I think my field is a creative field. I'm sure my parents would have loved it if I was a nurse or a doctor or a lawyer or whatever career path could have made me lots and lots of money. But I felt passionate about writing. I felt passionate about connecting with people. I'm proudly a Filipino American. And I say that because I want to identify, like, I'm not just Filipino. I mean, I'm not born in the Philippines. I've spent, only a little bit of time in the Philippines. But culturally Filipino. I mean, we grew up eating Filipino food. We grew up with my Filipino mom teaching us our Filipino traditions and being with our Filipino family, continuing those Filipino traditions. So I'm very much proud to be a Filipino American. But I think as far as, we're thinking about the concept of identity. When we were, when you're younger and you're at a predominantly white school and you stick out, you try your best to fit in, even assimilate, and then, I don't want to, there's this aspect of is it hiding your Filipino-ness? I mean, there's this feeling of kind of, putting that aside sometimes, right? And you want to prove that you can be more American to fit in, right? And not that I wasn't American. I mean, I'm born in Medina, Ohio, the same hospital as my dad, for God's sake. Like, I'm American, that's the noun, Filipino, that's the adjective, right? So, but I couldn't quite get that across to the white kids at my school, if I'm being honest. My mom loves telling the story because she thinks it's hilarious. But Akito moved from Japan to my kindergarten class in the middle of the school year. And Akito didn't really speak English at the time. But I remember walking into school and the teacher saying, "Oh, good morning, Akito," like to me. Like, Akito and I don't look alike. I mean, Akito's Japanese, I'm Filipino. I mean, like, we didn't look alike at all. But to her, it was just like, oh, here are these two Asian kids, and we were kind of just grouped in the same thing. And my mom always loves telling that story because she thinks it's hilarious, but my mom thinks it's funny, but I also think there's an aspect of her proud of me for standing up to differentiate myself. And that's the thing, like, perhaps the population and the percentage of our population that is Asian American, maybe not as high as Los Angeles, Seattle, New York, and a lot of Texas cities. Perhaps that's true. I mean, it's definitely true if you look at the numbers. But we're here, we exist, we're still part of these communities. We're still part of the fabric of this place. And to be neglected completely is a disservice to our news product. I'll be honest with you, I do yearn for that AAPI community feeling, especially the older I get. And I know that there are cities and markets out there that I could go to and it'd be much bigger, more prominent, but maybe that's in my future someday, but I do feel pretty dedicated to Ohio and Cleveland. I feel that the minority communities here, especially the Asian American and Pacific Islander communities here, I feel, in my field, I want to be able to serve. And I feel very proud to be able to be that person here in Cleveland because there aren't enough voices like that. There aren't enough voices in newsrooms standing up for minority communities, and I want to be that person in a place where we really lack that.